I no longer have trust in her, is what she said.
But why is everything she says right, but I can't say right?
Does she do manipulation talk? Because I'm starting to pick up on
Some
it.
talk about leaving me if I'm not bringing in more money.
I told you that we have to figure something out.
No, you came down on me about that job. I work 60 hours. I work 6 days a week. You think I don't know?
They're screwing us. They're eating our bank account. It felt like you haven't cared about what's happening with our money.
How do you think I don't care about our money, but I'm trying so hard to make a difference?
Download my new Simpler Budget app today and take control of your money once and for all. And as an extra limited time only bonus, I will give you a signed version of my budget-friendly cookbook for free when you sign up for Simpler Budget Premium Annual.
Hey, I'm Sadie. I'm 23.
Hey, I'm Nicole. I'm 26, and we live in Mobile, Alabama.
And this is a financial audit.
The financial audit over here from Alabama. Thanks for coming in, guys. What do we do for a living over there? Start with you.
I'm a cook.
Cook. Like a line cook? Like, are we talking
line
like
cook.
Texas Roadhouse? We're talking like a nice place?
It's a brunch spot.
Okay, so, okay. How much are you making?
19 an hour.
Okay. In Mobile. I honestly don't really know the cost of living in Mobile. I know Alabama's definitely lower in terms of the nationwide scale. What do you do?
I'm in car sales. Just got into it about 3 months ago. Well,
Are you seeing commissions
end of
yet?
January. Yeah, I am. They're screwing me over on my commission right now. So, like, I'm waiting to get paid for, like, 10 cars right now. You
That
know,
are like a month behind being paid. Month plus behind.
basically. So,
Why?
It's
From the dealership?
It's
yeah.
not a dealership. It's more of like a mom and pop type
Oh,
thing.
pop. Okay.
Not like mom and pop. It's
So
just
we're
I didn't know
the
those existed anymore for cars.
we're like the used car dealership for Mobile Mitsubishi. So the one guy that basically they're just screwing me over. I haven't got paid for a lot of my cars. Whenever I go to ask my manager about it, he's like, "Oh, it hasn't been funded."
What, so the customers walk away with the car without
no.
it being
So
paid?
she'll get paid. It's just like she sold 10 cars in a week, and they only paid her $180. And she's supposed
What
to
was
get
your promised commission from that?
So I'm supposed to get 20% of the gross pay. So basically, whatever they make, I'm supposed to make 20% of it.
20% is a chunky percentage. Okay.
Yeah,
But they've only paid her. I'm so sorry.
You're all good.
They've only paid her like $200 per car, even if we know that.
How much have you made? What did you make last month?
So in
What did you make
February,
in total?
I made $3,042, and most of that is off bonuses, not off the cars I've sold.
What do you get bonuses for?
So, like, if I sell 6 cars in a week, that's $350.
Why are you still there?
I'm leaving. Actually, I am going to a different job. I was just hoping it would
Have you
get
gotten
better.
accepted?
I have.
What
got
are you going to make in
accepted.
this other job?
It's so either I can pick the $3,500 a month plus a flat rate on every unit that I sell, or I can make strictly commission. And I'm looking at making strictly commission because I love sales. I'm good at it, and I make a lot of sales a month.
Okay. The sales version of Ellen. Gotcha. $19 an hour for you. How many hours a week are you working?
35 to 40. It's just.
But you're going to be funding the household for a while. If she's going full
that was the
sales, like,
issue.
it might take a second.
Well, she's been selling cars. That was the thing, is that she sells the cars. It's just, and I know that it normally takes a little bit for the cars to be fully funded and everything to go through, but like looking it up on Google, it said it shouldn't take more than a week or two. That's why most of them are like bi-weekly payouts.
How many cars do you sell?
So my first month there, I ended up selling 20 cars. On average, I sell 15 to 20 cars a
Everyone's on their
month.
cars. So you're lucky. You're on the lucky side of it. Everyone else gets. That's okay. Are you going to be selling new cars, used cars?
Probably used cars until I get a little more down into it. This is my first time doing car sales, so usually
Then what's
they
your
put you in
commission going to be?
used. So my commission, they haven't told me that. They told me it's going to be more than 20%, but that's why I still haven't put down.
More than 20%.
Yeah, they usually do about 25% on bigger dealerships for commission.
Jeez, the margins
Yeah.
on those things.
So if you wonder why
Must
you're paying
be.
so much for a car, you're paying me too, buddy.
Well, yeah, everyone knows that, and that's why everyone hates you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, great. So we might, for a second, be living off of $19 an hour for 35 hours a week. For a second, are you leaving this job before you get the new job? Before you walk into the new job?
No, absolutely not.
It's not like you make much from it anyway, but that's okay. What hits your account on a monthly basis?
I'd say average about 4,000. I mean 2,000. I'm so sorry.
Monthly?
Like
Yeah.
yeah. Well, our business isn't as bumping, so my hours, I went from like 42 hours a week down to like 36, 37.
Over how long?
I've been sitting at 36 hours a week for like
Why don't we go
few
be a
months.
cook somewhere else? Other places need food to be
Because
cooked.
nobody pays you over $10 an hour. It's minimum wage is $7.25 in Mobile, Alabama.
No, I get it. It's $7.25 here, but no one makes less than 18.
Nobody pays more than $10 in
Low cost of
Mobile.
living area comes with lower pay.
I mean,
it is the nature
and
of the
we've
economy.
tried. I mean, I've even tried getting a second job, but half the places that are hiring take 6 months to get back. And
What's your resume at this point? I mean, you're 23. You're on the younger side.
I've
I assume you didn't go to college.
no.
Okay. So what is going on here? What are we doing? What is happening? What is happening?
I don't know. I don't know. I've lost faith that we can pay bills. This is the first time in a long time ever that I don't know how we're going to be able to pay.
And how the we have so much debt if you've been able to pay for
Because
everything in the past?
I was
Because
making really good money.
we
We worked
just-
at the same restaurant. I was a server. I was bringing home $1,500.
Wait, the restaurant she's at it now?
She
Yeah, I
just
started
moved
there.
in January to car sales. She
Well,
just moved.
well, how much were you making?
I made $1,500 a week, but the problem is that the business completely died off, so I wasn't making.
Why'd the
any
business die
money.
off all of a sudden? What happened?
We don't
know. It's
It just
everywhere
happened.
in Mobile, though. That's why everybody that we work with has 2 jobs.
So, like, for example, Texas Roadhouse, I used to work there. It used to be bumping every day. Now, if you drive past Texas Roadhouse, there's nobody in the parking lot. Like, nobody's spending money in Mobile right now.
Okay, well, that obviously sucks.
And when we were making money, obviously, we just weren't paying our cards.
Yeah, I mean, Mobile, it's been a declining population since about, what is that, 2000? Yeah, it's lost almost 20,000 from its 200,000 peak. So that's pretty brutal. That makes sense. Like, why are you guys staying in Mobile?
We can't.
Maybe
We can't
don't.
move.
You
I mean,
you can't
what are
move.
we?
What are you f***ing talking about? Everyone can move. You can move.
I don't know. I'm just scared. Like, so
When I moved here, it was, yes, with a promise of, well, a sales job. It was only going to be like $30,000 a year. But I just packed up my sedan.
Well, and I'm kind of hoping
moved.
I'm
It didn't
banking.
cost anything.
I don't know. This is the longest I've been with my job. I've been with them for 3 years.
Yeah, the job's declining.
I know.
Like, there's
but
the real world. You are, like, they're not entitled to your work.
She's supposed-
I
You
know,
can
but
leave.
I can't.
There's two sides of capitalism, right?
Nobody's gonna
There's
pay
the
me more
side
than
where
that.
there's the side where no one's paying you more than 10 in a Mobile, but there's also the side where you don't have to be in Mobile.
Well, we just bought a house too. So
You just bought a house?
we bought a house
year
a year
did
ago.
not.
No, we bought a house a year and a half ago.
Why'd you guys?
It was a year and a half ago. We were making really
Listen,
good money. At
I know
the time.
so much more goes into this.
Oh yeah.
I know so much more goes into this than just what I'm about to say, but I come from the money side. I come from the real estate side. Why the f*** are you buying a property in a literal declining town?
We had.
So
we needed a place to
I
go.
want to move
It's
out
either
of-
that or on the street.
I
Or
want to
rent.
move out of Alabama. We
animals.
cannot. We have 10 animals.
You have 10? What are you doing? Huh?
The
What?
strays, man. It's so
Well,
bad.
stop.
Mobile.
we have.
Mobile. We ship out. I mean, Alabama.
So
in
because
general.
we can't stop petting pets, we literally have to invest in a declining.
We didn't have that.
town?
We didn't have that many animals when we decided to buy a house. We
Okay,
decided,
then you bullshit me. Then you bullshit me. You could have rented then.
Well, but we did have animals. Was the thing?
How many?
We had like 2 or 3. But
I've had 2 or 3 and rented.
okay,
What's
but
the
it's
point in
100
renting if
plus.
it's the
It's
same amount
100
for
plus
a
a
Yeah,
month.
but you're not getting stagnant in a declining town.
It happened. We're here now. I
I
mean,
know,
we
I
bought
know.
the house. I mean, it
Yeah.
happened.
I want to move Alabama, but sometimes
guys
it's a
married?
little hard.
Yes,
How long have you been married?
we married in 22. I
How long
think.
have you guys been together?
2020, so 5 years.
Okay. Breaking the odds. Well done. Are you guys both on the mortgage then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your guys' relationship with money? Like, how do you guys
So
operate?
it kind of started like when we We got together when I was 18. I had no idea how to do any financial anything. I never touched. I'm not
18-year-old.
saying. Let me finish. I'm not. I'm just saying. You made me lose my train of thought. Oh, I didn't know how finances work. She took care of me. She paid for everything. I lived in her house. Like I had my own sugar
Her?
mom. Yeah,
I took care
You
of
were her sugar mama.
her and
More or
my
less.
dad lived
Not
there,
really.
too.
What, were you
And
guys together?
yeah. We got together.
Yeah, you were
U-Haul,
18.
man. We're
yeah.
I
lesbians.
know, I
Happens
got
quick.
it.
I moved
I know
in,
how
but
the list
I mean, I
works.
didn't. She wouldn't even let me see her bank account. I wasn't working. I got
You
to
wouldn't
say
let her see it?
No, because I mean, even whenever I did finally say something, like for example, she was smoking cigarettes really bad, and
Don't do that.
and I told her I was like, look, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for cigarettes. I really don't. I cannot afford it this month. I have bills to pay.
Her cigarettes?
And she got
Wait,
really-
her cigarettes?
Yeah, and she got real snippy with
You're
me.
having the hard, tough conversation you guys had is, babe, I don't think I can pay for your cigarettes this month. What's
You know
the
what
life
brings
are
us up
you
is
guys
that,
living?
that I said, well, you need to get another job. I didn't say that.
Did she say that?
No, I never once said that you said that.
That's what you're going to.
That's not at all what I was going on. I was just going to say, I told her I could not afford it. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. I'm really sorry. And she was just like, well, I don't know what else to tell you. I need cigarettes. And I was like, I
No?
can't afford
She said that for 5 years now.
Why would I just make it up though?
Well, it sounds like a pretty impactful moment on the terms of how the finances have worked in this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like she couldn't fund your horrible, disgusting smelling addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And you just freaked out about it? Like
I didn't freak out. That's what
well,
I'm
she was
saying.
thinking it.
That's how it went. That's how I recall it. So, if we recall it two different ways, it is what it is. But no, I did have a conversation with her because I was taking care of her and my dad. And I let her know, like, I have to buy groceries. I have to buy other things. Like, I have to pay off my credit card because we'll get into it later. One of my credit cards, I owed some money on it back then. And
She holding you back? She holding the financial part of the relationship back? Well, not anymore because you left a higher paying job. Now you don't make as much.
That wasn't my money on her credit card either. That was before
What are
we
you
got
guys
together.
Are you guys swapping who's holding back the boat?
It's not that
No.
we're holding back. Like, I mean, literally, we would go, okay, so we just went to a Mardi Gras ball. And, like, I told her, like, I wanted this dress. And I said, look, I need your help to not, like, to help me not spend this much money. I have a spending problem.
Okay,
And
yeah, maybe
she
you
was
can
like,
control yourself. You're
She
an
told me
adult.
to buy two
Do you have no
dresses.
agency? Are you incapable? Do you need daddy to still hold your hand at 23?
it'd be nice.
Yeah, if you're incapable of literally having any agency
Mm-hmm. I go to work. I pay the bills right now. I'm doing everything that I
and
can.
buy dresses you can't afford.
We could afford it. It was in the bank account. It wasn't on a credit card.
I mean,
You
you're
can't
saying
afford
that-
it if you have high interest credit cards. I can't move. Wah, wah, wah.
Well,
if
we
you can't
can.
afford
It said
to literally
I'm
pack
scared.
a car.
We had the chance
No,
to
you
move.
told me you
It's-
couldn't.
Okay, well, I'm scared. I was scared to move. That's what I told her. All of my family, my
different than what you told me.
grandparents, this, that, the other. It's now we can't. I was saying we can't now because we
How
just
much
bought
was
a
the
house.
dress?
500.
You got two?
I got one. I'm saying I asked her. I was like, look, I really want this dress. This, that, the other. I was like, but I can't. Like, we can't afford it right now. Just help me pick a
Do you
different
have
one.
no agency? I'm so confused. You're incapable?
Oh, I'm capable.
I don't, not from that conversation. You need her to tell you? Need? And then when she doesn't, you're just like, oh, I'm going to destroy our lives. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
What? And we're okay with that?
No, I'm not okay with it. I
So
had a
how'd
nice
that go? How'd that conversation go then for you?
Oh,
It
that's what it was.
went exactly like that. I got a really
What?
good check for my job.
Which one?
The
Job?
job. Yeah, I got like $1,000 and something off a check because some of my cars had funded, or I don't really understand because they don't give me the car prices. They don't let me know how much I actually made off them, anything like that. So I finally got a good check and I was like, this job is actually going to be good. I'm actually going to finally make money off this job. So I got excited, So I told her, I was like, look, I'm going to be able to pay for this dress. If you want two, get two. Sarcastically, I didn't mean it like that. But, I thought I was going to make
She
good
always
money.
encourages me to treat myself, to go get this and that done. She's like, oh, get
Why
this done,
enable?
get that done.
Who's the
Like,
spender? Who's the spender?
I spend.
Why enable? In 2025, the political climate feels crazier than ever. One tweet sends stocks flying, another headline sends them crashing, and everyone, pundits, politicians, even your neighbor who thinks crypto will save the world, has something to say about the market. It's exhausting. And that is why I use Moomoo. It helps me see past all the political chaos and emotional noise to focus on the actual data, analytics, and research that guides smart decisions. No more panic selling because some random senator tweeted at 3 a.m. Instead, you can track institutional trade, dive into insider activity, and read professional Morningstar analysts right from the app. You get the clarity you need to invest confidently, even if the world seems to be spinning out of control. Right now, Moomoo is offering a deal to my audience that no other creator has. If you're new, deposit $2,000 and you'll earn $150 in cash rewards toward trades. Or if you already have an investing account somewhere else, you can transfer it to Moomoo and they'll match 3% of that transfer up to $600. And that is easy money for choosing my favorite platform for investing. Stop letting political headlines ruin your portfolio. Let Moomoo help you cut through that noise and take control. Click the link below and start investing with Moomoo like I have for more than over a year. Thanks to Moomoo. Let's get back into the episode.
I don't do anything for myself, so I just feel like,
But a lot of the
But can you guys afford it?
kind of do your thing.
Do your thing, but her
Okay,
thing
but we
impacts you.
haven't-
I thought I
It
was
impacts
going to
what
make
you guys
money
are
off
trying
this
to
job.
do.
I really thought this job was going to
That's
be okay.
not how this works. Maybe make money first and then spend it.
Well, it started coming in from that job because I was getting.
You got
two
$1,000.
she had 1,800 in a week. Like we just don't understand. Like she sold the
Yeah,
car.
it's a shit job, and maybe I'd fucking sue him. I don't know.
That's our
That's the
plan.
plan.
We just it's
Actually,
my grandmother.
do you have a
is-
hardcore contract
Is an attorney. We're talking.
that you signed?
So right,
That's the issue.
no, there's not
then
a
good
contract.
luck. You're not gonna get anything.
The only thing is,
Don't waste your time suing if it's.
Well, we don't wanna sue-
You didn't protect yourself. Protect yourself.
yeah, I figured that out the hard way. I
Yeah,
did, but
it's all learning lesson.
now over there, where I am going, I have, I am doing contracts and everything. I
I'm
just gotta
still
get hired
concerned
on.
that you spend $1 trillion billion. You don't want to. You tell her not to. Then you tell her to. You just, what are we doing? How the fuck are we gonna financially survive? You guys have
We
broken
haven't
the
put-
lesbian traditions. Congratulations, 5 years. But how are we gonna financially survive?
We were making money. So what we would do.
You
is,
got a check once.
I'm not saying that check. I'm talking about when we were both working. When we were spending the money, we were making money. We were
What was making money?
bringing in $6,000 a month before
Is the
she
household?
Went, yes, before she got this job, she was bringing in $1,500 a week.
Then what was the issue? Why didn't we budget on our new income once the money went down?
Because we just kept spending the money as it would come in. And it wasn't just me spending money. It wasn't just me deciding to do this and that. It was us together. But also I don't know.
Wasn't just you spending money?
It's not just me. Those aren't just my credit cards with money on it.
Okay, so you have spending problems.
No, we'll get into it whenever we get into the credit cards.
I'm into
no,
it
because
now.
you know what my money goes towards? My money goes towards the stuff that you want. My money goes towards the animals. Like that's what most of my
Yeah.
credit card debt is too.
I mean, listen, guys, even with your lower paying job, with what you're getting paid now, combining with you guys make the median household income in Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
You guys were making $2,000 above the median household income in Mobile before. You were doing okay. Now, for what it's worth, I was actually wrong earlier. Yes, it's the declining city, but somehow over the last few years, maybe because they're just actually, I really don't know. I would have to do a deep dive, but the housing market is actually doing quite well there for what it's worth. So maybe you guys didn't make a completely dumb decision. I don't know if it's a long-term play, but you may have a safety net to get out of there if you really want to.
We just wanted somewhere to settle for a few years before. Because
You
I
don't buy
wanted
a
to
house for a few years.
Yeah, but we got a neighbor that we're gonna talk to whether or not he wants to buy it because he owns like a cow farm. So
He owns like half the neighborhood we live in.
and
we're,
he
we're in
rents
the
out
country.
trailers and everything.
Well, you're going to talk to him. Have you had, has he expressed interest?
Yes,
Yes,
he
we
wanted
have.
to buy it before we bought it, but it was
Will
owned
he
by.
buy it at the price you want?
Well, we don't know.
Discuss
I mean, that's the
that,
thing.
or we've discussed
What'd you
renting
buy
it
it
out
at?
to people.
9,500.
Don't get into the landlord game. I don't think you're ready for that.
I don't
you can't
want to
manage
do.
your
I
own
don't want to do
finances.
that. I don't want.
How much did you buy it for?
95,000, not 9,500. My bad.
95,000.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mobile. So I just
That's
We
the,
bought a land
Is
and
it time to just retire in Mobile? What is
we bought
happening?
a
That's the
land and
problem with
trailer.
Mobile.
We bought a land and trailer. It's not like a house. But every house that you could buy in Mobile was 300,000 plus if you wanted to get on the loan.
Yes, then
because
maybe
all
you
of
couldn't get a house yet, and that's okay. You're 23.
Well, it is what it is. We bought it. Yeah.
It is what it is. So instead of actually trying to just change for the future, it is what it is. Come on.
Well, I mean, we are trying to change. That's why we're here now. We need help. We need help to get out of debt and to move. That's the whole reason we signed up for this. I've been watching your videos. We've been watching your videos. We have been talking for a year now on actually sitting down to a financial person. I've talked about it multiple times.
Why haven't you guys done it? It's been a year. You're freezing.
It's so cold in
It's
here.
just-
Well, I get stressed because I'm sitting across.
Yeah.
But
You're a celebrity, basically.
we
so.
just keep pushing stuff off. We would just keep like what we would do is we would spend something on our we would spend something on our credit card and then we'd be like, okay, when we get home, we'll pay it back because we would have it sitting in our account.
But a year, why haven't you guys done it? If you've been talking for a year, which is a great conversation to have, and I fully support that action, of course. And it is what it is to a certain extent. I just don't want us to be dismissive. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Because that's what sometimes it is what it is gets to. If it is what it is, now we just have to deal with it. Okay, that's what I'm okay with. I just don't want to use the dismissive part. But it's why a year talking about going to see someone? Haven't we? A year's not an insignificant amount of time.
Yeah.
It just hasn't happened. We've had
Why
a lot
though?
of
I want to hear a
So,
why. Why
I will
talk, no
say
action?
Something else that screwed us over, the animals. It always comes down to the animals, okay? So that's where a lot
What?
of our debt comes down
What
to.
possibly? What?
So there's this dog. We picked her up. She ended up getting pregnant. She had 9 puppies. And then that costed us thousands of dollars because we went to the vet. We couldn't let them outside because of parvo. So that included puppy
You guys obviously
pads.
can't afford them, and it's not fair to them to have them.
We don't have them. We found them everybody homes. We picked
How many
her up.
do you have now?
We have 10 animals.
You can probably not afford. You can't. Didn't you open this conversation with? I don't know how we're gonna pay our bills. So you cannot afford. It's not fair to them. You're not giving them the best life.
There is nothing else you can do in Mobile. You can't rehome animals.
You
There's
can't rehome animals. That's against the law in
It's
in
Mobile.
not-
Mobile,
not that
it's
it's-
not going to happen.
it's not
Once
that
you
it's
get a
against the law,
dog and it's
Are
a
there other
stray,
towns in 3-hour radiuses of Mobile that you can post?
Okay, but look, what we're trying to say is that anywhere you go, they pick animal control picks up like 100 dogs a day in Mobile. We are constantly they just picked up 20 German
Listen,
shepherds.
I
get-
no. I love what you guys are doing. I love what you guys are doing, but you are in a position now. You can't just say it's impossible to rehome when you can probably find
We haven't-
other communities within 3 hours where you can meet halfway where you might be able to rehome. That's all I'm saying. I'm not against what you guys are doing as a general concept.
We've tried rehoming animals. We
In
have posted-
Mobile.
not in Mobile.
That's what I was just told.
it's so hard for anybody to get rehomed to the point where they are literally putting animals on planes and shipping them off to other states.
It is very difficult.
Because
I
it
know.
is-
They threw people.
How
were
much you guys
throwing
spend
them-
on these pets on a monthly basis?
Not even
250, I think we decided. We added up the numbers. It was 250 that we spend on the
And
animals.
we're on dirt. They don't scratch. We don't have fleas. We bathe everybody like once a week.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're doing it bad, but what if someone gets sick? That's my concern. If you can't afford to pay your own
The
bills,
vet-
can you afford?
The vets are where we live. I mean, they
We
are
take 'em to the
absolute crap.
vet.
We've taken
Okay,
them
it
to the
sounds like
vet
we should
plenty
have
of
been
times.
Mobile because everything I'm hearing is Mobile can't do anything there.
That's what I keep trying to say, but
She boils it down to me that we haven't left, and it is
Really?
it
Is that true?
It is me, but like I said,
Why?
I was scared to move. I was scared.
You're saying was though.
I still am
now
Oh, why?
because my grandparents are old, and I know that's
Are they in
stupid.
Mobile?
Yeah,
No, that's not stupid.
my whole family's there. My family is everything, and I get.
No, that's not stupid.
I'm just saying that towards her that like. I get you're ready to go, but I am younger. It has taken me longer to learn stuff. I'm
Oh,
so sorry for
don't
crying.
infantilize yourself. I was on your side until you started to act like a classic. That's what everyone, dude. When I was 18, I was so excited. I'm an adult. I'm gonna go do everything
was a
adult and be
caretaker for my
independent.
family. I've
Great.
taken
That's
care
not
of
what I'm
them.
saying. I'm saying everyone your age is so infantilizing. Right? I don't understand. Everyone is maturing so much slower, and everyone is obsessed with I'm young. I'm a kid. I don't know what happened.
I'm saying
was
that
it fucking COVID?
I'm saying-
like what happened? Because everyone I talk to your age acts like they are a child and a victim. Like, oh my gosh, I'm a 28-year-old, 16-year-old. What the? is happening? Like, it's blowing my mind. I'm seeing it online every day. I'm seeing it
that I was scared to move at the time.
you
Then we
still
bought
are.
the house. I mean,
And that's
not
okay.
as much.
That's
We
okay.
talked
At the
about
moment,
it.
we cannot move because in order for you to make a profit off your house, you have to live in your household for 2 years, and then that's just to cover the taxes
And that's
whenever you
what
go
we
to
were
sell your
told.
house.
Oh, that's what we're
and then
kind
you're
of-
That's what
living
we've
in
been
a
told.
depreciating asset as well.
And that's where the other
like,
problem
you're probably gonna
is.
have to take a loss, but maybe the
Yeah.
land you'll be okay because you got the land.
Yes.
The
Oh,
yeah,
land
yeah.
we might be okay. I don't know about the trailer. I am not pushing against you of the fear. I totally get it. That the only thing that kept me in Kalamazoo for a while was my family. That's the only thing that still draws me my heart to Kalamazoo is the family.
I just got so emotional because
Michigan, but-
it's a conversation we've had a lot.
that.
You know,
I get that, but I don't want to hear the I'm 23. I'm still young.
I didn't say that I was
Yes,
young.
you did.
Now. I
Yes,
didn't
you
say
did.
that I was young.
Did she say
I
that?
was young. I said I was scared because I was young and I had family and I didn't know
Maybe
how
I misheard
finances
it.
work.
What's was?
Was
year ago?
when we got together, 2-3 years ago, before we bought a house, before we had plans
No,
of
what are you
buying a
saying?
house.
What are you associating to though? I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're saying. When you are saying was, what the fuck are we even talking about?
Like-
Was afraid.
Like I had never paid bills before. I didn't have.
When?
Oh, I'm sorry. Like 2-3 years ago, I opened my first.
Then
credit
why are we
card.
talking about that? I don't give a fuck
I don't
about
know.
that.
I don't even know.
I care about now. What are you? Okay.
I think you
I'm
asked
not
me why
against.
we.
It's
why we
okay
didn't
to
wanna
feel.
move.
It's okay to feel anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to feel that. It's okay to want to be close to family. I'm not against that. I just don't want you to be in the perpetual state that so many people are.
Yeah.
That in their young 20s of thinking they're fucking like 12. It's such a common thing
No,
now. I don't know what's
I'm
happening.
ready to go now. I just.
Well,
hate
she
that
said
we-
you're the one that's preventing from leaving, and it's because of the family, which is a valid reason. But maybe you can live still like a few hours away with better economic opportunities.
Yeah.
Like Alabama, Mississippi aren't really known for
we
best
know.
economic opportunities. Where do we think we are on the world is 0 to 10? I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, go on go at the same exact time. What possibly are you gonna say? I'm explaining how it's
Go
scored.
ahead.
What are you possibly
Nothing.
gonna say? Okay, I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, go on go. I want you to give me your household financial score, 0 to 10, 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best. 3, 2, 1.
3.
Yes. Have you guys discussed? Okay. If you want your Hammer financial score, take the assessment, see where you are. Go to CalebHammer.com. Link in the description below. It's a fun little time. If you want to come on the show, come on the show. CalebHammer.com/apply. I'd be happy to have you on. So let's start with the Discover card. There's a dog on the picture of this Discover card. Is this all animal debt?
I'll say probably 20% of it's animal debt.
Okay, well, that's not enough.
Yeah.
We
So what the f is up?
The other thing is going to be we went on a Colorado trip. We would go on yearly.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. You talked about Colorado, but the fact that you literally cannot even afford to pay your own bills at home. How the f are you going to Colorado?
Well, this is when we could afford our bills. So,
Are you sure? Because you put it on a credit card and it's not paid off. So I don't know if you could afford it.
So what
is that
we-
how afford it means? I don't think that's how afford it means.
what we plan to do is, and you're going to yell at us, but what we planned on doing was paying it back with our taxes. But then we found out our
That's
job
not
wasn't
affording.
taking enough taxes out of our paycheck. So we ended up owing our
You're talking about
taxes.
withholding. Okay.
Well, we were going to put our taxes towards it. And then,
You're talking about a return as in they took too much money. What are you guys talking about?
no, our
we're-
job wasn't taking enough money. So now
No,
we
I
owe-
know.
She said-
Enough
she
money.
said we
You're
were-
expecting your job to take too much money because that's the only reason you'd get money back.
And that's what we thought was happening. But it
But
turns
why-
out they weren't
we-
taking out
we-
enough.
Why'd you even think that?
because we were putting extra up, but we were exempting. It said exempt instead of extra withholding.
Because even our tax lady was confused about it. We got her to look it over and it said, how much extra do you want to withhold? But for some reason,
Why would you want to withhold extra?
so that
we thought we were giving them
because
extra.
we owe three.
Why would you
because-
want to give them extra?
Because we don't want to
So
pay
we can get a
$3,000 at the end of the
return.
year.
Huh?
It's not about a return. It's we owed $3,000 because they weren't withholding enough. Any other job that we've worked at, like we've either not had to pay
this
or
is just an incapable thing. It's like
I've never owed taxes before.
it
So
doesn't
whenever
matter
they
if
came
you
back
owe
and said
taxes
that, I
or
was
get
so
a tax
surprised.
return. The fact is, if you are giving them less in terms of withholdings, you have more money. And if you are budgeting properly, shout out to the simpler budget app that I made, which you guys should f***ing use. Seriously. if you guys are actually budgeting properly and you have more money because you're withholding less, you will put that towards savings. You will have more savings. The tax bill wouldn't be terrifying. And by the way, while you have that savings, it would be accruing interest in like a high yield savings account. The ideal situation is get to withholdings to where you aren't returning any money, you're not owing any money either. That's the ideal situation. Guys, I just wanted to say an extra thank you for making Simpler Budget an incredibly popular app. I wasn't expecting it, but we literally get like thousands of downloads a day, and a lot of you are actually changing your financial future, and we've been hearing from you. So thank you all for supporting us. We just wanted to continue to say thank you and give people the opportunity to try out the app. So we still have a 2-week free trial in there for the premium version. And of course, everyone that signs up for an annual version, at least for this next quarter, will get a Founders Edition Simpler Budget notebook, and it is signed by me, sent directly to you. So that's a special thank you for putting your trust in us to create an amazing budgeting app. And let me tell you, the features that we're going to release throughout this next year are about to be crazy. I'm going to make this the best budgeting app that has ever existed. Seriously, download Simpler Budget now. It's incredible. The time to take control of your finances is literally right now. And as an extra limited time only bonus, I will give you a signed version of my budget-friendly cookbook for free when you sign up for Simpler Budget Premium Annual.
Of course, and that's just what we wanted. But like that's
Then why were you expecting a big chunk of money if that's what you wanted?
Because we were putting extra towards our taxes.
Why would we do that?
We wanted to do that to make sure we didn't owe them anything.
But why are we doing so much that we thought we were going to get a big chunk of money? See how?
Because I've never owed taxes. Normally I get a couple thousand back, and whenever I didn't.
I mean, even when I was making like $7.25 an hour, I think I ended up getting like $400 back. So making more.
So you
I mean,
owed taxes at one point. That's what I'm picking up.
We owe taxes now, no longer.
It is accruing interest right now.
Wait, what year was this?
Last year.
It was 2023's taxes owed in 2024? Or is it 2024's taxes?
2024's taxes.
No, it's not. It's not last year's taxes. Have you filed last year's
Oh,
taxes?
no, it's 2023
I'm so
taxes
sorry.
that we owed in 2024.
Okay. So, yes. And how much was it?
$3,000.
You guys haven't paid.
No.
And it's accruing interest?
So now we're at 33.
Well, I'm sure that'll be in this pile. For f***'s sake. I'm going in blind because I like to experience it with the audience. Okay. So when did you take the Colorado trip?
Last January.
Yeah, in 24. So
so you haven't had filed the taxes yet for 2023 at that point?
Right.
Okay. And you thought you were going to get a return?
Because
that doesn't make any fucking sense, guys. You're saying in 2023.
So wait.
No. Entirety of 2023, you were putting more towards taxes.
Right.
we thought we were putting more towards taxes.
But you actually put less?
It was under exempt instead of withhold.
We don't. Even our tax lady was really confused.
But you're not talking
it.
about 2024's last year. You're talking about 2023. You thought you were paying more.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
This year, 2024, we did pay more. We paid an extra $50 a week because we owed $3,000. So I think
It's fine.
yeah.
We'll talk about the tax debt. Okay, so how much do you owe in taxes?
$3,000.
Okay, taxes. This is 2023's taxes. What's the interest rate? I'm sure it's more than 3,000. You said it's accruing interest.
It's at like 3,300 right now.
Are you ready for them to garnish your wages?
We planned on filing taxes and finally sitting down and paying it off.
It's just
And you have filed last year's.
No, we've been scared, so we just haven't filed.
Oh yeah.
Yet.
What were you gonna say?
No, we don't have money to file taxes right now. Like to pay somebody
for somebody to do it. Because
pay somebody.
Like to file your taxes for you.
She likes to go to somebody, and I like to do it.
Why would you need it?
my own?
Why would you need to go to someone? You literally.
I've never done it.
Dude, I'm not even pro TurboTax. I think oftentimes what they try to do with their fees and stuff isn't actually great. But you guys should totally just use TurboTax. You have the most normal job in the world. You do not need a CPA.
I've just never done it online. I've always
Why?
Because that's how we've done it. Because we know somebody that does
it's a horrible
taxes.
reason.
And some of her family kept recommending we go to these people because we could get a decent amount back.
You don't have but you guys don't decent amount back. Really? What would you be? What the?
So that's why I'm a little aggravated right now, is because, I usually did it myself, but then we finally go to somebody and it finds out we owe $3,000. And I'm like, how do we go to somebody and we owe more? But I've never had to
use this anti-tax
money.
filing service. I think there's a free one on the government's website.
Well, we'll do that.
I think you could do it on Credit Karma. They use TurboTax, actually, I think.
Yeah, it's Intuit. It's the company that owns it all. Yeah, Free Tax USA. I don't know. Maybe there's a fee on that, but why don't you try that?
It's worth a shot.
I'm sure it's. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's just so stupid. Free's in its name, but yeah, the IRS has one. Okay.
I think you can pay what you want monthly towards it. I think you can set however much you want.
And let them just accrue that interest forever? Or are you going to wait till they garnish your wages?
No, we don't. I mean, I want to pay our mortgage before I pay anything else. So until we can get some more money rolling in,
I do understand that, but you weren't struggling to pay your mortgage last year. You seem like you say things for sympathy. I'm starting to pick up on this, almost some like manipulation talk.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I know right now you prioritize the mortgage. We weren't talking about right now. We talked about how you literally didn't do anything last year when you made $2,000 more than the median household income. Does she do manipulation talk? Because I'm starting to pick up on it.
So what we were gonna
Answer
do
the question.
is we were gonna
Answer the question.
No.
Are you sure?
So what we were
You're saying
gonna
that so you don't get a mouthful later.
So
Earful.
what we were gonna do anyways for
Okay.
taxes and everything is we were gonna we planned on going on the monthly plan, and then a coworker had came up to me and she's talking about how she's on this monthly plan for income taxes.
Yeah.
So if you notice, you're gonna get this thing scared. That seems to be what holds us back all the time. We were gonna go on the monthly plan, but then a coworker came back to me. She's talking about how she paid the monthly, but then the IRS came back talking about she didn't make her payment, so they took off more out of her.
Maybe she
income.
didn't make what was a minimum required, and maybe you're allowed to pay more than the minimum required.
I'm
Maybe
not
that's
sure
what it is.
what happened with it, but basically she was talking a lot of smack about
Why haven't
making.
you guys just literally just talk to the IRS? They want their money. They'll actually be quite generous about it if you actually just communicate with them.
I don't know why we haven't. I just
That seems to be your answer for everything. Is I don't know why we did this. We do everything, but we never know why.
it made sense at the time. I mean, it made sense to spend the money
on what?
on at any point in time, whatever you're looking at. It made sense to spend the
No,
money.
last year. Why did that make sense?
What part?
You said it made sense.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
What you were just talking about. You said it made sense to spend the money. How'd it make sense?
It did. I don't.
No, give me a fucking reason.
Puppies,
Good.
That's what it is.
You are.
So
talking about?
the puppies, we had the puppies back then. I don't think we got rid of them until
an actual
after.
answer? Thank
yes,
you.
that's what
Well,
happened, dude. So they were screwing us, all them puppies, man. It was
that you chose.
yeah. So all the puppies, we were spending thousands of dollars. That's what some of that Discover card debt is.
Yes, let's
a
go back to
decent
Discover
amount.
card. So the minimum payment is $144. It's a substantial chunk. It's already like 15% of our no, like 7% of our income that's coming in, which is crazy.
And
for the
then
household.
another thing is a lot of that.
Purchases. You're purchasing. Why is this? You went from $5,163 to $5,362. What are we doing? It went up $200 because you purchased $257 on there with $123.71 of interest. Are you both on this credit card? Whose credit card is this? Is something more important
It's
than happening
mine.
than changing your financial
Well, I
future?
was going to see actually what I made purchases on.
Is it?
How about I tell you? Put your phone away.
Oh, sweet.
Jeez. Guys, how long does this take to pay off? Only doing minimum monthly payments, which is what you do, but not purchasing anything which you are incapable of doing. How long does it take to pay off?
It's going to take a very long time.
That's an interesting number.
Yeah.
How long does it take to pay off?
I don't remember what number it gave me.
Yeah, why
I
don't
feel
you
like
give
it
me a
said
number?
27 years or something like that.
So you actually looked at it. Yeah, we're still purchasing on it. It takes 22 years.
What did we purchase? I don't
How
remember.
about you tell me, actually, but without looking at your phone? You're destroying your life. You're purchasing. What did you purchase on?
I don't know. What
Wow, guys. Okay. You do not leave.
Yes.
You do not leave the studio until you download and sign up for the Simpler Budget app. We made it literally for people to just budget in a simple way. It is so easy. Take advantage of the community feature in there. There's all these new pricing rules, all these new features that we're adding on a consistent basis. Just do it. Do it. And you guys get this. You guys get the Simpler Budget Founders Edition notebook that you are going to journal in over the course of your journey from the show, and then I'm going to read over it when you guys come back on the follow-up channel. If you guys want this, I'll give you a signed version. All you have to do is sign up for the annual version of the Simpler Budget app. You can take a trial first and see if it is worth it to you, but make sure you guys got it. It makes everything so much easier. It is simple. It is automated. Download and sign up for Simpler Budget. Then you would be able to tell me what you purchased on Starbucks, Pop Fit, Sky Cloud 24, Beauty Supply.
I'm gonna go with, is Beauty Supply the lash place? I
Who's
mean, not
lashing
the lash,
up?
the eyebrows.
No one's lashed.
or something.
No, that was maybe for the ball.
It was $62. $62. $62. $62.
like-
Literally $62.
Yeah.
Also brings in 2,000. That was 3%. 3% of your household income went to a beauty. One purchase of beauty. Okay? You said a ball? What ball? You went
Mardi
to a
Gras
ball?
ball.
We had
Oh,
it planned for like a
That's
year.
right. And that's where you bought the dress, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we bought the tickets a year ago.
Now you're getting the fucking beauty purchases. And then what's Sky Cloud? And then the Pop Fit and
Pop Fit?
Starbucks and
Pop Fit, they were doing
cleaners. You went to the cleaners, Jaguar cleaners.
That was
Formal?
for the Mardi Gras ball again.
For
We
her
had to get
tux.
we had to get your dress dry cleaned.
Oh.
And the other thing was we had a hard time keeping up with our cards, our debit card, because our card will actually eat our debit card.
Huh?
So like
Your car will eat your
right
debit?
underneath our radio, if you put your debit card in there, it slides into
card.
this
Why
little
would you
hole.
put it in there?
I
What, do you have to
just
fucking pay to use
purposefully-
it? Or you, what do you
No,
do?
we would just put it in there, and then our cards would fall in this hole. So then we would just use our credit cards because we couldn't find our debit card.
Are they actually children? What is happening? Oh, maybe you should infantilize yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are not credit card people. You can use the Fizz card. That's the one card I will allow you to use that builds credit because it's a debit card. It's attached to your checking account. It doesn't let you spend more than in there. That's what our audience uses. That's what you will use. That's what I would use if I was in your situation. It is accruing interest. It is just bullshit. You went to the cleaners twice. Apple Pay. Yeah, that's for the Starbucks. And then you went to the market. All bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit. And we decided to make the balance go up on a credit card that we can't pay off that is accruing interest, and we're sitting here, and you immediately said, I don't know how we're going to pay our bills this month. You $500 on a dress. You spent 25% of the household income on a dress. Off. Off. You can't. I want to have sympathy. I want to come here and be like, you guys have really cut it down to the bone. We can't pay for anything. This is hard. Let's find a solution. No! You spend 25% of your income on a fucking dress. And you're like, oh, guess what? I know I'm going to spend money. Please help me not spend money. Please help me not spend money. Oh my goodness, wait, I can't control myself. I'm going to spend money. Oh no, Yeah, no sympathy. There. Sake. Quicksilver. Who has the Quicksilver? Whose is the Discover card?
That was my Discover card.
Who's the Quicksilver? So you do spend like. So it's not just her being the spending problem. Look, you made that card go up by $200.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I started to get my finances in order, I wish I had today's tools. They would have not only helped me get ahead, but also stay on track. So if you're a college student or just not a credit card person like I was, meet today's sponsor, the Fizz card. It's a debit card that not only helps you build your credit, but also manage your money. With Fizz, say goodbye to hidden fees, hard pulls, or killer interest rates. It's purely a debit card that helps you build your credit. And here's my favorite part. Fizz syncs with your bank account and sets spending limits based on your actual balance. That means no more blowing your budget on taquito trips or impulse purchases. Fizz isn't just about keeping your budget tight. It's about building your credit and rewarding you with cash back on your everyday spending. So, ready to build your credit the easy way with no stress, no debt, no hidden nonsense? Head over to joinfizz.com/Caleb or click the link in the description below. Fizz has both a free and a paid membership tier. If you want to become a Fizz member, there's no hidden costs or interest, just an upfront membership fee. And hey, just for my audience, the next 10,000 people to sign up with code HAMMER25 get an extra 25% off. So try out Fizz today and let me know what you think.
Well,
What?
It was for her.
You a little shocked you're called out?
No, it was for the dry cleaning,
saying
and
it's
it
for
was
me.
for.
Wasn't just the dry cleaning, it was Starbucks, it was the beauty, it was the fucking bull.
Beauty was me.
It was the market.
She's trying to say it's all me.
I'm not trying to say it's all you. I was just trying to say.
Kind of said it was all her.
Really do much.
Well, I'll tell you what you do.
And
Put a higher balance on a fucking credit card. Okay, Quicksilver. Who's Quicksilver?
I think this one might be mine. We both have a Quicksilver.
Who has the $2,884 balance?
Me, possibly.
Okie dokes. $99 minimum monthly payment. These are already stacking substantially for what your household income is. In fact, we're already at 25%. How do you pay bills? Yeah, I don't know. At least there's no purchases, but there are $70.28 of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Only the minimum's made.
I say I don't know
You
that
gotta return.
we've really been spending money other than your thing.
Okay, how much did you guys spend last month?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm glad you guys haven't been spending that much money. How much did you guys spend last month?
Are you talking about on credit cards or
No,
just
just
in
total
general?
in general.
spending. Total spending in general.
Whatever bills we
No,
have.
I want a fucking number.
I'm-
I agree. I'm glad you guys are not spending that much. So how much did we spend?
I know like our mortgage is
Please.
okay. I'm sorry.
Number.
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
I'd say
You're mental mathing. That's okay.
I mean we could
I'd give it like 4,500.
What the
Whatever came
No.
in.
You said you were spending less.
Were you talking about for our bills too, or are you just talking about
Everything that is
bullshit?
spent, guys.
Okay.
The total number.
Well, I was saying we don't spend on our credit cards other than
That's not what you said. That is
I meant-
legitimately not what you said. Now you're pushing the goalpost.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's how you do it in this conversation so far.
Right.
You say something, I say incorrect, and you're like, well, no, I said this. No, you didn't.
Well, what I meant to say then. Should I say that?
Sure, you can make that up.
Okay. Well, what's what I was trying to say. That's what I was looking at her for. I
I
was like,
totally
we
believe
haven't,
that.
other than that credit card. That's literally what I said. I don't know that we.
So, okay, that's good. So we're not spending on pull
yeah.
as well.
Yeah. We're only spending on necessities right now.
Like, how much did you guys spend going out to eat? Because I'm glad. I agree.
Yeah.
I am glad we're cutting back. This is great.
We
going out
tried-
to eat, we probably like
Like weekly or monthly.
monthly, of course. Probably, it was probably like $100 then,
I would
right? Because
say
we're
like
cutting back.
$100.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Get-
$1,000 Shut the fuck up. You guys aren't cutting back. You spent $8,000 last month. You guys have no fucking clue. You are bullshitting me. You're bullshitting yourselves and each other. $1,000 going out to eat. Fucking, what are you
We
talking
didn't
about?
bring in that much money, so we spent
Yeah,
that
you
much.
didn't really bring in that much money. We're gonna fucking go over all
Okay.
this. Hey, surprise, surprise, your debt's going up. Who wondered? Oh, how'd that happen? Who would have thought? Gosh. Oh, I'm being a dick, but you guys are just, you're lying. You know nothing, and then you manipulate the conversation, at least with your language.
I just
And then,
thought we spent $8,000 if we didn't bring it in.
and then you spent $1,158 on miscellaneous bullshit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. This, ladies and gentlemen, is all you do. This is your life.
Mhm.
You do one thing very well. Can I show you what you do incredibly well? Okay. You do one thing, this, incredibly well. You just, all these hunches, just. This is all you know how to do. There it is, it's all gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Benji. Benji, bye-bye. Is that what you guys say every night? Bye-bye, Benji. Bye-bye-bye.
Now we say goodnight.
It's the one thing you guys have done successfully, as far as I can tell. Bye-bye, Benji. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Benji. So, yeah, we cut back spending.
February, that Mardi Gras, I'm not even gonna lie, it really got
good.
us.
I would
That was
love a
lot of
non-lie
money.
for the first time in this conversation, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that's every month, but I'm saying February, a lot of that was that Mardi Gras
I can't
ball.
believe you for 1 second. Not every month. Okay. Who's the discover it?
I think that one's me.
No spending on this one either. $3,515. I have a feeling we're gonna have lots of checking account spending. $3,515.28 is the balance, with a minimum monthly payment of $103. That's getting very scary. 14 years to pay off. You're gonna be married to a 40-year-old when this is paid off.
You don't have to do that now. You don't have to call it my age or anything.
You're not old. You'll be middle-aged by the time you take care of this if you don't spend more money. You guys are incapable of not spending money typically. 27.24% interest rate. Why do we have this card? What's up with this card?
Which one? Is that the Discover?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Don't be mean. The one that we literally were just talking
Well, I
about.
saw you flip
right
the
now.
paper, so I just didn't know.
Remember
if you
when
were
I
going to a
asked
different one.
whose card is this and you said it was yours?
Okay, yeah, it's mine. I opened it. I think we opened our Discovers at the same time, or did you open yours before me?
I think we did it at the same time in like 20.
I think there was a. They had like a promotion.
You opened it
of-
at the same time?
I think they had like a Yeah, they had a promotion of like a year or no
why
APR.
Are we joint card?
That's why
do
you'll
we need our
notice
own
all of them are
cards, though?
the. Huh?
Why do we need touching flaps and touching cards? Why do we have to do all these things in pairs?
Why not?
I did mine so I could well, obviously I
We want
screwed
to
It was-
that
it
up.
was to build
destroy our
credit.
lives
No,
together.
I wanted to have a higher, what is it? A higher limit so it looks better on my credit card.
Yeah,
So
and then
that's
you
why I did on
purchased that
Discover,
limit.
and then I purchased that little
Good.
away.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I opened that one in 2023. I think
This is at a
there's-
27.24% interest rate.
Yes.
The amount of interest accruing on here is horrible. You put more than 3,500 on here total because you've been paying on it for a second. Literally, here's an example. You take two. This is like the best promotion ever, right? Because they want people to get onto their app. This is an example of how f***ed you are and what you're doing with your money. Literally, you're not even shredding it. You're lighting it on fire and nuking it, okay? $2,000. You take $2,000, you put it into the investing app. I use Moomoo. Boom. Immediate $150 given to you. It's like an 8% return, something like that. Then you get another 8.1% APY on the uninvested cash. Incredible. So you get like a 16% return. That's incredible. That's unbeatable. Nothing does that. It's because they really want new users. Woo, exciting little thing. You're losing double that just on this balance of one card of three that we talked about so far. And then your IRS debt is basically the same percentage, it at least looks like, if you've gained $300. No, 10%. It would be about 10%.
So with both of our Discover cards, their interest rate is really, really high on them. So one of the things one of the things that I keep looking at, because obviously what we put towards it, we're paying most of that in interest. So I've been looking at getting a personal loan that's lower percentage.
Why?
It's a lower percentage
Tell me why.
so we can consolidate the debt, and that
Please
way
tell
the
me why.
interest isn't just
Please tell me
eating
why.
us alive.
Can I whiteboard? Can I whiteboard? May I have a little whiteboard? Whiteboard me. I'm gonna have a whiteboard. I'm just gonna write on a whiteboard real quick. If I can.
No, I just want lower interest
You want a
on our
little
cards.
interest rate? That's exciting.
Got to stop spending on them to do that, huh?
Oh yeah. Okay. So CC, and it's hard to write backwards. Am I doing okay?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
That
Ass
R's.
backwards.
That R. There you go. Yeah.
Ah! Kind of.
Personal.
Okay. So you have your credit card. You have your personal loan, potentially. Credit card. Oh, they're maxed out. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, what do we do? So we open the personal loan. It all gets moved over to here. Blah, 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 blah. That's exciting. That's really exciting. Oh, man. We made such big progress. And now it's even lower interest rate. The minimum monthly payment is just one minimum monthly payment. It's really good. So what happens? What happens from here? What happens?
We shred them credit cards so we don't spend any more money on
No,
them.
that's not what happens because you spend $8,000 and you make $2,000, and you spent literally
How did we spend $8,000?
How about we go through the documents and we find out?
Okay.
You spent $2,000 on minimum, which is what you bring in. So, yeah, based on your history, this goes all the way back up again. Then you have double the debt. That's double the debt. Do you know that 2 of these bars is more than 1? So that's double the debt.
I think her Discover card is the only card that's active right now. All of the other cards are inactive.
And that
they
was
haven't even
from-
been activated.
You mean activated?
Like
the card itself, the
yes,
physical card.
I don't use it.
That takes 2 seconds. That
Okay,
doesn't give me
I don't
any
even know
comfort.
where they are. But you see that we haven't spent on. I haven't spent on my Discover.
On 3. This stack is so fucking thick. Wait.
Okay.
You seriously are not going to get out of this by saying, "Oh, wait, if you only look at a quarter of my finances, I'm doing okay." Go. Sure. Same with everyone else on the show. Such a messy guy. And I'll gift you an accounting certification from Course Careers if that's what's going to help.
Anything.
But actually, no, we should actually gift you a true certification so that, because you didn't go to college. So if we get you into a different career path, you just let us know which one and we'll gift it. I was being cheeky at first, but I mean that. Okay, Quicksilver.
I saw where you helped somebody with their resume. I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll talk about that. Let's see if that comes up. Quicksilver, $2,013.60 with a $69 minimum monthly payment. Okay.
That one's going to be mine.
No purchases on here, which means I am very excited to see where all these purchases are coming from. Because all the
Not on
math
the
on these
credit
spreadsheets and everything, all these math, well, on the first credit card, come on.
Oh.
But all this math, it was done by somebody else because I like to go in blind with the audience and discover together. Which means all that math is in here. Mm-hmm. We're going to find out. 12 years to pay off. $49 of interest. So what's up with this? Why do we have this?
It was Walmart, actually. It was a Walmart card to begin. Yeah, that was the Walmart card to begin with.
It's the place to go in Mobile.
Oh yeah,
only place
so
to
we
go.
did it to get
the
the cash
hopping.
back, and then we did not pay the money back towards the card like we were supposed to. So that's from like
Shock.
2 years ago, I think, all that debt. So
2 years ago.
yep. No,
What?
I wasn't using it last year.
What?
Oh, then maybe that's fine.
What?
Okay.
I thought that it wasn't from 2 years ago. That we
Why?
used it like a year ago. Because it was my Walmart card that we were using that I'm thinking of, not hers.
Oh, so one that we will get to.
Yeah.
Or have we done it already?
No. They don't say Walmart. They now say
Who's the Savior card?
That is me.
Savior card, sorry.
no. That one I think is me. That one's mine.
$889.29 with a minimum monthly payment of $29. These minimum monthly payments already. Let's just even just see where we're at, and we still have so much to go through. Yeah, we're already at 25% of the income that's coming in. 25%. Okay, why is there a big balance on this card?
I think it was just a bunch of miscellaneous when we first opened, and then I just looked at it. I had Xbox Live, Microsoft
And you
on
bought
there
an Xbox.
on that card.
Well, that's what I'm being told.
Possibly.
Yeah, and then we did cancel Xbox
We
Live
canceled
and everything. I
everything.
will say that.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that they were still being paid for on that card. So there's
How
probably
long?
Probably like 6-7
When'd you
months.
cancel it?
When I deactivated my card. So I don't know, like
Ask
maybe
when.
like 4 months ago.
Okay. Do you guys play much anymore?
No
I bought it for
time.
her, but it just
I had
collects dust.
2 jobs, so I couldn't do it. I couldn't play.
28.99% interest. Interest is brutal.
The interest is killing us on most of them cards.
On
That's
every
one of the
card.
reasons
Yeah.
I'm looking at personal loan, and we've
Which
talked
only
about this
works if
shredding
you
our
change your
credit
behavior.
cards.
You'll shred it,
That's-
but you can just
we
order it.
Absolutely
we
not.
don't want to, and then
You
we
don't listen, and I really appreciate that, and I do kind of believe that to a certain extent. I do kind of believe that, but the thing is, what happens when a lot of people get fire under the butt, whether it's getting on a diet, whether it's working out, whether it's changing their finances, whatever it could be. Maybe it's going on a reading marathon. You'll get a fire in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. But it's so natural to fall back in old ways. I'm not saying you can never escape this, but you are putting yourself in a dangerous position. If you were putting this all on a personal loan, then all of a sudden you have the ability to then spend more on credit cards or open a new credit. I'm just saying we can do that. We can do that, but we prove that we have changed our behavior first for at least a few months. And you spent $8,000, you made $2,000. This is not the time. We do it when we prove it, and you have not come close to proving it. You've actually only proved the complete opposite by a very wide margin. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Well, that's why we got the simpler.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Saver. Your saver?
I'm gonna go with
807. Ooh, we're just accumulating credit cards, aren't we? So like a little collectibles.
I'm just gonna go with it's BS.
Probably.
Yeah.
Huh? What?
On the
Spending.
saver.
Really? Is this f***ing around?
Yeah.
We would just spend to spend.
Yeah, I'm being
just
told it was an iPad and a camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's what that went on.
How do they know, but you don't?
Man, because
They're
that
magicians.
was a year or two ago. An iPad and a camera. Yeah, that was like a
That
year or
was
two ago
two
that I would have done that.
Plus, yeah, because it was for my birthday.
Yeah, that was a while ago that I spent the money.
Look, you all know I love calling people out on their financial train wrecks. We've tackled credit cards, payday loans, and more. But there's one giant moneymaker we've only scratched the surface on: real estate.
I have 5 houses.
That's right, the buy a house, get rich game. And that's if you play it right. You see, my own journey started in sales with tens of thousands of dollars in bad debt. I was that dude. But once I hustled my face off and wiped the state clean, I realized the real belt wielding power: investing, and real estate in particular. I saved for some years, put down on my first home, watched it grow in value, and then snowballed that equity into multiple rentals, and ultimately the condo where I started filming these chaos-filled financial audits you guys love. And that's why I'm thrilled to announce my brand new course, Master Your Real Estate. I'm pouring everything I know into how I went from broke and basically mooching cheap rent to leveraging property appreciation, collecting rent checks, and scaling up. And as a thank you for buying at launch, you'll be able to get the course at over 30% off through March 31st. And for the first 250 people who sign up, you'll get access to my exclusive Q&A where I deep dive into my real estate portfolio. So listen. This is the blueprint I wish I had when I was scraping by. My system will show you how to understand market cycles so you're not buying at the worst possible times, spot a money pit versus a gem, build a mini empire of rentals that send you a paycheck while you're napping, and I'll also show you stuff like the BRRR or BRRR method: buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat, commercial deals, plus the not so boring side of mortgages and home inspections. Basically, all the do's and don'ts that could save you from a midnight roof collapse. There's no gimmicks, no rocket science, just real strategies I used to transform my net worth from zero to hundreds of thousands of dollars before I started this YouTube channel. So if you're ready to get the house of your dreams, finally wrap your head around mortgages and not get bamboozled, learn how real estate can become your biggest wealth booster, then Master Your Real Estate is your next move. Sign up for the course today, lock in that massive discount only through the end of this month, and dive into the world of real estate investing. Seriously, real estate has changed my life, and it can change yours too. Let's go make real estate your next big win. And remember, we always offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, but we have the lowest refund rate in the industry for a reason. I bring the value. Check it out, link in the description below. Are
Maybe
we
not
like
too
a
close.
government surveillance program? The fact that they back there, Lindsay and Jake, know this, but you don't, kind of concerns me. Like, how do we know these things?
Well, because we told them. We knew then. We're under the spotlight now, so it just kind of
Okay.
fine.
I want to make sure we're not like in everyone's computer in the United States somehow. Like,
No, I just try not to look at them at some point and just pay that minimum so I don't spend more money on them.
We don't-
5 years to
Minus the
pay
first
off,
card.
30% interest rate. Yep. Okay, another Quicksilver card. Another Quicksilver card?
That one's going to be the Walmart.
So this is the one you were spending on until recently.
Yeah.
Because you did stop.
Yes.
But only the minimum monthly payments would be made on all these. Nothing has more than that. $869.21 is the balance of the $28 minimum monthly payment.
And we've paid everything on time always. This is going to be the first month that we're
in right now.
Yeah.
That is scary.
This is the first time you can check. We don't miss payments.
Why'd you leave the good job?
Because it wasn't making any money.
we
They
weren't-
declined in
Oh,
business.
that's
And
right.
they started
It was
making her
declining.
cook too.
So how quickly did it decline? Over what period?
Like
a year.
immediately.
No, like it would.
Okay,
It
so
would
it's completely different answers.
Well, it would slow down and then we would pick up, but it took like a year for it to finally get to a point of
Or it was
us.
consistently slow. It wasn't like a seasonal slow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you okay?
And then see, that's where the crappy job comes in play. Is I'm supposed to get paid tomorrow. I'm supposed to be getting like a $1,500 paycheck, but the question is, am I going to get the $1,500?
That's insane.
And that's where
How
the
long?
problem
So,
is
and
right
that's been
now.
happening the whole time.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
go talk to them. What happens?
I do, but
what happens though?
So I'm at a type of job. If you come to them and you ask them about money, they're running off. They're screaming at you. The deal hasn't been funded. You can't get your money until
She
the
has
deal's
lawyers,
funded.
The lawyers will call up there for customers that they've sold cars to. I have been pushing for her to get out, and I know it's hard. But I put my trust. You know what I mean? It's just going somewhere else as far as sales. A lot of them you have to have experience with, and that's what she wants to stick to.
yeah.
Yeah, and I support it. It's just scary. The
You
job.
support
Well, yeah, you
it,
still make
but
money.
talk about leaving me if I'm not bringing in more money. At the other hand, so I'm just like
Well, the last card was only.
What do you?
nothing.
I took.
If I don't leave that job,
If you don't leave the job that you go there for 60 hours, 6 days a week, and they don't pay you, I told you that we have to figure something out. That's all that I said. Okay. I'm applying to second jobs. Like I'm trying to do this and that. Like I'm not going to leave you. I fully support. Never mind.
No, keep going.
No,
This is the moment. Say the real thing.
I have 100 times. I support
we were
whatever
just in the
you
kitchen
do.
the other day, and you were talking about if you don't get another job. I was thinking about I'm gonna have to leave you because you're not gonna leave this job. And I was like, look, you think I'm not doing anything about this job, but I'm talking about my manager. I'm trying to apply to these other jobs. Like, no, you've came down on me about that job, and I know I'm in a spot. I work 60 hours. I work 6 days a week. You think I don't know? You think I don't know? I sold 30 cars and I haven't got paid for 10. You think I haven't confronted my manager about it?
I never said you didn't. Like
No, you tell me I put up with their crap. You tell me that I just sit there and put up with it. That I
Yes.
haven't said anything to my manager.
I never said you haven't said anything. I just said that you're putting up with them. They're screwing us. They're eating our bank account.
And I'm
We're
getting
not
a
going to have
different
a
job.
home. I get that, but it's taken 2 months. As simple as that. It's scary.
Because
I'm scared.
got 2 good paychecks and I thought, man, this job actually is going to turn around. It's going to be a good job. And my judgment is crap. My judgment is crap. It has always been crap. And I thought it was going to be all right. But no, that place is bad. It's shady. But I'm trying to make a difference. But a difference takes time.
I get that, and that's what I'm saying. I support what you're doing, but I don't know. I don't.
Quicksilver. Saver. Sorry about that.
No, I think it's important. I think it's important to get a look. This is what happens. It's so hard. We have an hour and a half ish, something like that. That's usually what conversations are these days. I don't have full insight into a situation, and it's hard for me to. That's why I go so hard. That's why I dig so deep. That's why I really try to pry from people because I don't get everything. But having you guys, and then people come at the camera. They're nervous about being in front of the cameras. Maybe they try to look good. Maybe they kind of flop around a little. You know, you never really know. But that was a real moment. It's hitting you deep. I can see. Which is normal and good, totally okay. There's tissues right there if you want them, by the way. But I feel like that was like the first like insightful thing that, I mean, I saw deflection throughout the conversation. I thought, oh, that's what I thought then, not what I think now, and I don't fully believe that because that's not, whatever. Here we have a conversation that you guys actively continue to have. But it feels like it also just doesn't go anywhere. I see you trying to do something, but Obviously, you're in a position of struggling at that job because they're f***ed, but you haven't fully left it. You haven't done what you need to do to leave it. But it's not just that. You've only been there for 3 months. I see you over there putting her in a position where almost like it's all her fault. You're putting it on her.
I have it. That's why I haven't. I have messages on my phone where I'm telling her, I trust you. I'm telling her, I trust you. I trust your judgment. I trust that you're going to get us through this. I trust you're going to make all of the right decisions. I have those messages. I do trust her. I don't. And if I did say that I was going to leave, it's because it felt like you haven't cared about what's happening with our money. I support you. I've been there
every day before work to go apply for another job. I go every day. I have to go in at 9 a.m. It's not very early. It's not. But you know what I do at 7 o'clock in the morning? I go to these other places before they're even open, and I sit there and I wait for the person that I need to get there. And then right after I end up interviewing with them, because I don't have the experience, I don't get calls back. You know how many places I've been to?
And I never took that. But I never took that from you. I never once took that from you. I told you I'm proud of you.
But
I support
you. Think I don't care about our money. How do you think I don't care about our money, but I'm trying so hard to make a difference?
This is why I feel like you have a little bit of manipulation sometimes.
Right.
Come on, you're trying to look good. Here's another fact. A reality of the situation. And you're putting on a different show than the conversations you guys have there. I saw a manipulation conversation, and it may have worked on some of the members of the audience, making you look good. Maybe they saw through it like I did. But here's the thing. You're saying right now how much you trust her. That's what she's saying, right? She's saying that right here. She specifically talked to Lindsay and told her, I no longer have trust in her, is what she said to Lindsay, the producer. She said that. Her words.
And it's my dream to go into sales. It's always been. I knew it was going to be hard to start. It's hard to start anything. When you started the show, were you scared? I'm sure you were at a moment where you're like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. But then at some point in your life, it takes a turning point. When you start a job and you're making $15 an hour, you're like, man, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. But you get them raises and things get better. It's just you have to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to believe that I am going to go to a good dealership. And I do care, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't be applying to these jobs.
I get it.
I wouldn't be taking all these drug tests and going to every different job I possibly could if I didn't care.
I know, I've drove you to some of them. We've spent days just going to different
Don't
places.
say that you feel like I don't care, because why would somebody that doesn't care do all of this? Why would they not only spend 60 hours a day, 6 days a week working, but then turn around and do more work by applying to these jobs at nighttime, going in for interviews in the morning time? Like, we've been to an hour away from where we live just for me to apply to different jobs. Like, I care. I care with all my heart. I've always been good with money until recently. Like,
and I've never taken that. I know that. That's literally what I said. Like, I didn't,
That's not what you said to the producers. You said you've lost trust. I don't trust the words you say.
Okay.
Nothing.
I mean, I did lose trust. Lost trust that, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm scared that we're not going to make payments.
Oh, now it's about you being scared.
That's what I said. That's what I said, that I felt like I couldn't trust that she was going to make sure shit was getting done. That's what I said, because this is the first time that we haven't had money in our account. We normally have money sitting in savings. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, we don't. We started eating in savings. We still have 200 sitting up, but we did have 400. You know what I mean?
You bought a $500 dress.
Yeah. And she bought a $300 tux. I mean, I don't understand, like.
All right, you guys both admitted that you're the spender.
Mm-hmm. I guess it all boils down to me.
But you put all the weight on her?
I'm not putting weight on her. I tried for a second job. She told me not to get one. I had a second job lined up. I had a second job that told me I could come in, and it was 5 feet across from the job that I'm currently at.
I did not tell you not to get it. Absolutely not. No, I said we need to figure something out about the animals. That's what I said. We need to figure out some way we can take care of the animals, because we got 4 dogs. They have to be let out during the day. I said, look, if you're getting this other job, what I'm going to have to do is leave my job for a little bit and go take care of the animals. And then it was, I guess I really can't do this. And it
Right.
was, I did not tell you cannot get a second job. That is a complete lie.
Okay.
Now, before
Why manipulate
that,
the conversation again?
How am I don't know.
No, you just again. She just said that's not what happened.
But why is
before
everything
that-
she says right, but I can't say right?
Because I
I'm
saw
a manipulator.
because I saw you use manipulation language on me.
Okay,
She hasn't.
all right,
If I didn't see that previously, I wouldn't be thinking so.
okay.
And then you just do that. That's like a brat move. What is that?
A brat move.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know. I'm the manipulator. I'm the spender. I put everything on her. Then we can leave it at that. Like it's not that though. It goes deeper than that. Like
Nicole. I'm sorry, Nicole. She was right. She was right to infantilize herself. She
now,
is 15.
there was a time when I did say you don't get the second job. So I ended up getting the second job, but that was specifically because this job has promised her management, the job that she's at. That's one of the reasons she won't leave. 1 and 2, because she will not make that money anywhere else. So I told her, do not get a second job because they keep promising you management. Go ahead and apply to a manager job somewhere else and tell that job that you're leaving. That way they will be scared and go ahead and give you the management job, or you're going to get the management job anyways. That's the only time I ever told you do not get the second job, because I wanted you to get a better career, because that's the job you want to be in. You want to be a cook, go ahead and, get the maximum amount of money that you possibly can. That's the only time I said don't get the second job.
Are you guys ever gonna actually have like a real conversation where I don't know, we can't even agree on the reality of the conversation, and then you just shut down and you just don't say anything? But then when you do talk, I don't know, just the language you use it doesn't seem right. It feels manipulative, but maybe it's not. Maybe I heard it wrong. Yeah, I mean, there are lots of job openings in Mobile, but they are all pretty on the entry level, nothing huge side, lots of just like Walmart stock, stocking the shelves.
All of those. I've applied to.
Then your resume is probably okay. Do you ever get interviews?
No, I don't even get calls back. And when I do get an interview, I'll go in.
A lot of these are listed at like $20 an hour.
When I do get a call back, I'll go in for an interview.
You told me earlier that
that's a lie. No, you'll go into a job and you're not actually getting paid $20 an hour. She got this one job.
The posting's a lie. Okay.
Listen, she got this one job, for example, and they were talking about you're supposed to make $16 an hour. She got there and they were like, it's actually $11 an hour, and you might get some tips.
I'd walk up and just leave in that situation. Do you get the interviews though?
Oh, I've gotten a few, but
maybe you're not good at interviewing.
Well, when I go in, they'll say that position's not actually open. Do you want to work like in the deli area, or do you want to work in the bakery area?
And then sometimes the interviewer's not even there.
These might be those perma job openings.
Oh, everywhere you go says that they're hiring, and the signs have been out for 2 years.
Honestly, the reality is you might have to utilize your 5-year experience, really boost up your resume, and just make it the best you can. And just try to look for like just an in-office like bullshit job. Like
I need something.
No. I'm saying I think you need to get away from big box or restaurant, because I don't think that's the career path that's going to work in Mobile very well. I think we just need to get you into any kind of office, even if it's just like entering numbers into just like some the most bullshit job. Even if you start a little lower now, I just need you to start getting some experience. If we're going to stay in Mobile, I think we just need to get some experience outside of the restaurant industry. And what I'm saying is a lot easier said than done. Don't get me wrong. But Amazon warehouse staff, $19 an hour. I really don't think they're probably lying about.
No, they're not.
Hourly.
But that's what I'm saying. I have applied to all of these things. Like if I pull up
then
Walmart,
your resume.
That's why I asked if we could.
We can potentially take a look, maybe in the post show. Wow, babysitter needed. Wendy, $27 an hour. Okay. I just wanted to look and see. By the way, I mean, I was told on that past cooks over here, a lot of us is vaping and cigarettes. That's what I'm being told.
Well, no more cigarettes, but vaping.
Well, when did you quit cigarettes?
Like a few weeks ago.
Oh. Well, thank you for not smelling like in my studio, but please continue that just for your health. Well, vaping though, we're still vaping. Did you both smoke cigarettes? Okay, vaping. Do we both vape?
Yeah, hoping this is my last one. Will I change my ways? Lord can only hope. I can only
How about you put in
make a
some action?
change.
Is what I'd say. Oh, and a lot of booze.
Yeah.
$30 bottle every 2 days. I don't know what that equals, but what is that? A quarter of a bottle of wine?
A bottle of Bacardi.
What's Bacardi?
Vodka.
Rum.
I mean, rum. Yeah.
A bottle every 2 days. Isn't that a lot?
Yeah.
You were what?
I just in a not a good spot and I was drinking a lot.
Are you in a good spot?
I haven't drank.
That's good. For how long?
I'd say a few weeks now.
Okay, so everything's a few weeks. Listen, I am very proud of that. Just get a little nervous when I just hear a couple weeks, but I just like it's easier to fall back into than if you're a few months, right? But I mean, good. You took the first step. That's the big thing, and I'm very proud of that. And just really keep it going. Really keep that going. Okay, Quicksilver 1. What's up with this one? We're at $184.52 with a $25 minimum monthly payment, $4.37 interest is accruing. Like in a normal situation, we should be able to pay this off. And a few months ago, you could have paid this off because you were making.
But I bought a dress.
What were you making in December? Your last month of that job. What was your take home on a monthly basis
That one.
before you left that job?
I'd say you were cooking and serving, so I'd say she'd bring home like 45.
What?
Like a month.
When it was at the low.
I mean, not 45, 25.
Okay.
20 to 30.
But even still, that put you guys still just above the median household in
There's a
Mobile.
lot of drama at where we work too. That was
What?
another. It's a restaurant industry. We've got servers and cooks. There was
Yeah.
HR. This
They kept trying to
and-
keep me inside the kitchen too, and that's only $2,000 a month if I stay in the kitchen. Plus, your hours get cut depending on how
I'm not saying I
busy or
love it,
slow
but
it
again,
is.
you both doing 2,000 gets you at the median house.
I seen it as an opportunity for me to go into a career that I actually wanted to go into, and because I knew I would be good at car sales, I just didn't realize how much of a shit job I was getting into or business.
Yeah, these
Whatever,
people,
dealership.
And I don't even know how to you didn't sign a good. Did you sign a contract?
It's a verbal contract.
That's the thing.
Oh,
That's
what are we
what. So
doing?
what screwed me over was our manager actually knew a guy that worked over there. So he's the one that interviewed me, and he said, "Well, you're going to go over there to this dealership instead." So me and him talked, and then I went to the other dealership to make sure that everything was still cool. And he was like, yeah, everything's still cool, but obviously it was a lie. I don't even get to know the prices of cars. They literally tell me, do not tell people the prices of the cars. So I don't know what they bought them for. I don't know what they're
weird.
selling for. It's a shady business.
Yeah, sounds like it. I'd run.
I'm
Okay,
trying.
$840.55 owed on an Amazon card. Maybe we should work there instead. $29 minimum monthly payment, 4 years to pay it off. Here's purchases. So instead of getting money from them, we gave them. Plus interest is accruing. Shocker, it's Amazon. Who has the Amazon account?
Ooh, that's going to be me. You
Let me
want to look
see.
at my thing?
I want to look at your thing.
I know, I was just told how to do this.
This can't be all the orders. No, I had more orders on this alone than is showing up here.
All I can think is
Do you have Amazon?
No, that's all that is.
And I don't know what a lot of those things are. So actually, if I froze my account, I do believe.
Well, what the fuck is happening? I see 3 orders, but
absolutely
there's
no-
1, 2,
have no
3, 4,
idea.
5, 6, 7.
What's it?
I know.
Well, either way,
One of
it's like
those
some clothing straps and height increase insoles. Come on, what are we doing?
I'm sure you
And
went to the
cool,
mall.
congratulations, embrace it. Fernan woman's shawl wraps. Oh wait, here's some buy agains. Okay, some weird lifestyle thing. The world's smallest lighter. Great, that's great. Black cat hiding thing. Wonderful.
was so
A
long
Japanese little. Ooh, I'm getting changed behind this thing.
We didn't even throw money on the
Well,
card
that's
back
what
then.
she said. Guys, none of these, except for maybe the fitted sheets, none of these are necessary.
Those
It's
are
all
so
bullshit
old.
when we're dying.
Those are such old purchases.
Well, I don't. Okay, fine. Well, then your purchases within the last. Like, I don't get how I'm seeing. Did you go into a Whole Foods and buy stuff?
Oh no, I don't use that card anywhere.
What are the prices? Because it might be like a movie.
I
that
know.
we bought.
Oh, well, I guess it could be. Yeah. So you're renting a lot of movies on Prime?
We'll buy some here and there.
Well, even still, you don't have money. Lowe's? How many cars
That-
you guys need?
Yeah, that one we opened because you got 10% off whatever it is that you purchased. And we moved into the house. We needed a washer, dryer, and lawnmower and some fencing for the dogs.
$41 minimum monthly payment, $703.52. Interest, $16.28. Please, no more debts at 31%. Fuck, is this a loan?
Yes.
That
What the
was
fuck is a best egg?
so Best Egg. We got it out because we owned a camper originally that we lived in.
Oh, well, you still do, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
my mom pulled out a personal loan for us, so we pulled that one out to pay her off.
Oh, why did she pull out a personal loan?
Because I didn't have credit at the
Yeah,
time.
for what though? For the trailer?
Oh, for the trailer, for the camper that we bought. Yeah.
Oh, guys, where's the camper?
We used it to put down for the house we got. Well, we made more putting it,
So
using
essentially,
it
this
as
personal
a...
loan is for your current house. Is how that math works out in the end.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes, $15,705.63 is an insane loan for you guys to have. $507.76 on a monthly basis. I don't know how the fuck you can afford that. You can't. You can't.
We could.
You can't. Can't. I wouldn't have quit your job. I understand the career thing, but you were making you're making about $3,000 a month. Like, is it great? No, but what's the interest rate on this?
17%.
Oh,
Better than 28%. Or
sure. It's
30%.
better than 50%. It's better than 109%. What? Okay.
I just mean for a credit card or something like that.
Yeah, let's put a house on a credit card. That makes sense. Okay. What? This is so fucking stupid. So your mom took out the personal loan for you? Okay. When did you take this out and pay her back? Pay her back.
In 23.
What'd you get for the trailer when you sold it?
We use it as like a trade-in, more or less. So we got like...
Oh, because you have a trailer.
So I think it took like...
What was the trade-in worth?
I think like 5,000 maybe.
We got
This is a $15,000 loan.
Yeah, but the trailer we bought, the dude that sold it to us, he hid everything that was wrong with it. So he would
Did you
point
take
out.
it? How many mechanics did you take it to?
We didn't. We had a
No,
warranty.
that thing was falling
No,
apart.
it was falling apart. He showed us the stuff that was wrong with it, and hid.
take it to a fucking mechanic?
We bought it from a it's a trailer.
Yeah.
It's a camper, not a driving camper. It's a camper that sits. It's a fifth wheel camper. It's not a driving RV.
Okay, I get it. I'd still try to get it like inspected, whatever that version is.
It's
Just like a
not-
home inspection. I know, I get it.
But it doesn't work like, you know what I mean? Everybody lives in campers and trailers, and
Everyone lives in campers and trailers. What are you
in
talking about?
Mobile. In
yeah.
Mobile, everybody. I mean, almost everybody. Not everybody, obviously.
Is Mobile? This is a crazy place.
Redneck.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
Just straight redneck.
But listen, there's something for everything. Like, I bet if I Googled, I could find someone who was willing to come inspect the camper before I buy it.
It was just we didn't have. Like we got the camper. Like I said, he showed us everything that was wrong with it and hid
I
the things
know.
that weren't. But like the second day
Yeah,
in,
he's
the
sleazy.
AC went out, and then like we found out the side wouldn't go.
Wait, so
in
how
and
much did
out.
you buy the camper for?
11.
How much did you have to put into repairs?
We didn't repair anything.
We
why is
would
this a 15?
Get like
Why is this a 15?
What?
If the camper was 11,000, why is this at 15,000?
because we paid off some of our credit cards with the extra, and then
And how'd it work that time?
Some
Should
of
we
the
do it
credits-
again? Should we do it again? Should
of
we
the
do it
credit-
again? Should we do it again? Should we do it
the
again?
credit.
Should we do it again? I don't think so. Obviously,
you
you've
could have paid
proven
off
that.
all of it.
Obviously, you've proven that you're incapable of actually doing it. Okay, utilizing it correctly. Oh my! There is still more debt. This is fucking insane. This is insane. What are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What the fuck is a Pen Air?
That's our
Car.
car.
Oh, it's an Infinity
Yeah.
QX60.
Mm-hmm.
4-wheel drive. 18,000. 18.
So I had a Nissan, and they tacked on the-
You rolled it over?
They rolled it over.
Yeah.
I
Her car started breaking down, and we bought
As
the car.
cars do.
We
Who would
bought
have
the
thought? Maybe have an
car-
emergency fund. No. Wait. No, that's your checking account that has that. What is the minimum payment on this fucking thing? 382.
480.
Why did I only have
Because
382 go to it?
we pay 500 a month. We
Yeah.
pay extra.
Pay $20 extra. What's the interest rate on this?
4.9.
But see, when we bought the car, it was when cars were the most expensive when they
Yeah.
were like extremely expensive, whatever. But
What was wrong with your car?
It wouldn't start. It was no. It has a CVT, and what you're supposed to do every 30,000 miles is you're supposed to change the transmission fluid. So what ended up happening is I went to AutoZone and I asked them what kind of transmission fluid I needed for it. They gave me the wrong kind, so I put that in. And next thing I know, it just started driving
needed
really
a new
bad.
transition.
And then it stopped. Yeah, and that's expensive.
We
It's
were
expensive.
putting-
It's not $20,000.
No, but then there was something. We paid like $1,700 for them to fix something on the car. But
and they didn't fix it.
I mean, the car was only $7,000, and it didn't fix it. The car turned off when we left. Like, it stopped driving while we were driving. So we went to get the new car. The
This
new car that we
sucks.
got, he told us when we bought it that it was a 2018, but when we were signing papers, we found out it was a 2015. Like, we got gypped.
Then why'd you continue signing?
I don't know why we did. We just
That seems
We-
to be a common answer throughout
and
this
then
entire conversation.
some of that is going to be the gap insurance. We got theft insurance because it's Mobile.
Well, it's worth somewhere around $12,000. It's
Yeah.
EO 19.
But
essentially.
again, that is
Interest
like
rate?
4.9.
Surprising bright spot in this entire conversation.
We have.
That was
we
when our
have
credit was good.
It was really good. Now we have good credits. I'm at a
have good
704,
debt.
and I don't know what you're at. It's
not good.
Now this is also a checking account. 769 in there. Savings, 318. Okay. Oh baby. Here we go. Let's see how we got those numbers to begin with.
I'd rather it be there than
it
a
doesn't
credit
count if
card.
it's all on a checking account, right? Because it's not our credit cards. That's what you were bragging about the entire conversation. I wasn't spending on my credit cards. It's not like, so this is fake money because it's not on our credit card. Great. Papa John's, Cash App out. Went in, got some bull. Burlington, going to fucking Burlington. Going and getting some bull. Going and getting some bull. Spencer's Gifts. I'm sure you guys already have enough. We don't need more. Oh, package store, Taco Bell, going in and getting some bull. Marshall's, Lash and Brow Spa, $40. Package store, what the fuck is a package store? Why am I seeing so many package
Liquor.
store?
Liquor.
Going inside, getting some bull. 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 McDonald's, liquor, pizza, hammered cow, sushi. I think I'm gonna get sushi later. I'm in a sushi mood. Season finale of Severance tonight. I'm very excited, incredibly excited. Oh my gosh, what a show! What an incredible show! It'll be better than Succession if they finish this show perfectly.
keep
And I
hearing
want some
everybody
sushi
talking
with
about
it.
that.
Oh my gosh! But then you guys went in and got some. You went in and got some bull. Dairy Queen. Maybe I want some Dairy Queen with my Succession. Nope, Severance.
That I was on a work trip. For
Oh,
so
Work
she got
trip?
reimbursed for
They-
that.
Where are you going? You're a
that
cook
I
at
opened
the-
up. I opened up. I'm a team lead and I'm the
They
trainer.
have a second location.
We have
Transfer to a better location.
30 something.
there's nowhere. It's not in Mobile. It's in Orange
Yeah,
Beach. It's
move.
in Pensacola.
Move.
I did try. It's just they don't have places open, positions open. I opened up a store in Lafayette.
Dairy Queen, coffee,
Those
Netflix,
are-
going and getting some going and getting some bullshit. Dairy Queen. Candlewood Sweets. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. It's a little secret that my family did when we wanted to do little cheap trips. This is what we did. I don't know if you know this, but you went to a different city, right? If I'm not mistaken, that city probably has a fucking grocery store. Jet Coffee, Disney Plus, Apple Bill, Smoke Shop, Dairy Queen. You in the lobby of the hotel got swipey little swipe. Apple Bill, going inside getting some Dairy Queen, Cash App. Also, don't fucking do that ever again unless they're reimbursing all
They
this.
did.
did.
That's what she said.
How much do they reimburse?
I got $25 a day.
Girl, you spent $25 a second. Oh, my
For food, I got yeah. I mean,
but you got food every time you took a step.
I got food every day.
Yeah, 9 meals. Oh my gosh, Apple Bill going and getting some Dairy Queen. You went to Dairy Queen every 5 seconds.
Okay.
No, this is serious. I'm going through a couple fucking days here at a time. Like, this is like the 1 day for 5 reads that I'm doing. Cash apping out. Superior Grill. Getting some bullshit. Coffee. Bullshit. Feast Buffet. Apple Bill. Going to get some bullshit. Apple Bill. What the fuck are we doing? $40 on that. No, it's $3. Liquor. McDonald's. Getting some bullshit. Oh, guys. Asian Express. Putting on the Ritz. Asian Express? $548?
No, that should be the dress. Putting on the Ritz.
Oh my. Yeah, the line's weird. Going to get some bullshit. McDonald's Vapor Smoke Shop. Getting some bullshit. Apple Bill Simply Seafood. Going in and getting some BS. Aztecs Cantana. Aztec food. That's what I'd get in Alabama. Okay. Cash apping out. Quick stops. Going and getting some BS. Pizzeria. BS. Cash app out. Beauty supply. You guys stop at the gas station every second of your lives. We're obsessed. If you don't stop at a gas station, you like fucking burn or something. I don't know. Pop Fit. BS. Papa John's. Brow Spa. It is a fat stack for sure. And that is not a good thing. Okay, so $2,000, we'll call it maybe $4,000 comes in. Let's just say that. Let's just be generous. Let's say, assume you get paid. Let's just get your total debt. Oh wait, but what about the land and stuff? Do I have that?
The mortgage?
It's
$975.
Yeah, what's the balance?
I don't know what the balance is.
Oh, come on!
95,000.
Interest?
It is. I don't even remember.
Guys, what the fuck are we doing? I don't even know the interest rate on your damn thing. I don't even know down to the point, but you'd think you'd know pretty darn close. Come on.
It's such a process to get to it.
You don't even know what it near is? What it's near? Okay, you keep looking. Answer me. Utilities, how much on a monthly basis?
I don't know. Power is normally 180. We talked about all this, didn't we? 180, 15 for water, and 40 for trash, and 80 for internet.
Okay, utilities, $315. Gas, vroom, drive. Both of you combined.
$250.
Combined?
Yes.
Car insurances?
$215 combined.
Phone bill?
$180.
Why?
We bought
What?
so her
Finance?
phone, yes, financed. Her phone broke, so we went to go get a new one. It was only $130, but T-Mobile kept adding.
T-Mobile, you do T-Mobile.
We're under my mom. We're not on our own.
Okay, if T-Mobile is good there when you're done, when it's paid off, switch to
I don't
Helium.
know. I don't know why we didn't
Switch
switch
to
to Xfinity or whatever.
Whatever. Helium is T-Mobile's tower. So if
Okay.
T-Mobile's good where you are, do that.
It is,
$15 a month.
8.84%
It's not great. It's really not great. Mortgage rates around like 6%. Okay. TP fund, we can do like $150. Anything else you need to survive. You gotta make it a little lower.
We probably don't even spend that.
Listen, I saw your spending. I know what you have to do. This is the fucking beauty stuff. This is toilet paper. This is everything. Makeup, whatever. $600 for necessary food. Use the cookbook. The cookbook we made, the budget-friendly cookbook. You get it with the budgeting app. Medical, healthcare. Any outgoing expenses on a monthly basis. Pets, monthly basis.
$250.
Not even going to put in pet insurance. Unfortunately, we should. No. But anything else that needs to be in your budget that I'm not taking into account for?
I don't think so.
Think hard.
No.
While I do some math. So even if you make $4,000 a month, you're under by $515.
And we make a little over $5,000 a month, really, because she brings in over $2,000 and I brought in $3,000.
Sometimes though, but you don't know if you get paid.
Yeah.
If you do make $5,000 a month, you can have an extra like $485.
We normally have money sitting in our. That's what. Never mind.
We normally do have money sitting in our savings, and
We just don't. We're not even in
Okay, there
savings and in
wasn't.
our account.
There wasn't much.
It's not much, no, but it's more than what most people have.
Yeah.
Same with debt, though.
I don't think that's true. I don't think. Okay. Okay, so we'll call it $484 left on a monthly basis with a very strict budgeting. I mean, guys, I don't even have the balance of the mortgage on my bad debt, not even including the mortgage, which isn't great because some of it's wrapped up in that depreciating asset, but the land is good. I just don't know what the land is worth. What's the land alone worth?
$25,000.
I
And
don't
it-
know. That's
have
the
to
no.
Why the would that guy buy it for
He,
more than that? Because he doesn't want the trailer.
yeah, he's about to
It's-
build a house right next to us in the land he has.
One, he rents out houses, and two, because he has a cow
He-
farm and there's a lake right behind us.
Yeah, but he doesn't want
he'd
the
be able
trailer.
to-
Yeah,
He
he
would
owns.
rent it out.
He owns. Yeah, he
He
rents
owns
out
a
like
trailer
100
park.
houses.
Okay, well, it takes 109 months to pay off currently. Or 9 years. Yeah, I'd sell it. If you can get it for the price, I'd sell it. Get rid of that 8% debt where most of it's depreciating anyway. That gets rid of a minimum to payment. You're going to replace that with rent in a different city. Let's move. We need to move where there are better career opportunities. I'm sorry that as a part of capitalism, no town is entitled to have you. Fuck 'em. They have a bad economy. You leave. You start a life somewhere else. You can drive within a day there and back if you really want to. It'd be a very long day from Georgia, and maybe we do that because that is a boom in town right now. And maybe we do that. Rent's gonna be higher, but you also are gonna get a better paying job. I don't know what your resume looks like. Let's look at it in the post show, but like you can get a better paying job. You can get a better paying job. We'll get you guys course career certifications, but you have to do that. Personal loan, I'm okay with that. Only if you prove for 3 months that you are fully following my tight budget. Even still, honestly, with how long it takes to pay off the debt, I'd almost be okay with bankruptcy too. I don't necessarily want you to do that. No, and let's not do it. That's fine. Okay. But I'm only allowing that extra stuff if you follow my budget for 3 months. Sell it. If he takes $95,000, I'd be impressed. I don't know if he's going to get the return on investment he's hoping for. Because if he rents it out, he wants a return on investment. I don't know if he's going to get it with that $95,000.
He likes to flaunt his money, and he likes this a lot. That's where
Yeah,
the
but people that
comes
flaunt
in.
money usually do pretty okay money decisions. Well, not really. No. He probably. Well, how does he flaunt it though? He sounds like a
casinos.
successful.
He spends
Never
thousands
mind.
of dollars at the casinos.
Maybe he'll be a dumb and overspend.
And
I don't
because
know.
he
So
likes
never
two
mind.
little lesbians, I mean, definitely works out.
Okay, well, I hope that works. Then you go make more money. You live on a tight budget in an up-and-coming town where there is opportunities to be made, and we're able to pay off our debt. If we can get this paid off in 5 years, I'd be happy. Let's do that. Let's grind down. You won't even be 30 yet. You'll be 31. That's fine. I'm 30. It's okay. I still feel young, kind of, maybe a little. I don't know. We'll see. But listen, if I started my debt payoff journey 5 years ago and it was going to be done in 1 year, that'd be okay. Or 4 years ago and it would be done in 1 year, that's okay. That's okay. You guys have a long future ahead of you. Let's make it actually proper. And with also being able to have mature conversations. That's the part I'm a little nervous of. I'm a little nervous of how sometimes we operate. There is a maturity level that needs to be kind of brought up to speed. And that's something you guys are going to have to work on with like a therapist or something. Spending within a budget. You overspend dramatically, so 0 to 10. Debt, you have IRS debt. That's crazy, 0 to 10. Yeah, we're going to have to get on that payment as soon as we can improve our income situation. That was so long ago now that I almost forgot about it. It's like an hour, 40 minutes ago. Emergency fund. I'll give you 1 out of 10. It's barely anything. That's being generous. Retirement, is there anything? Yeah, that's horrible. 0 out of 10. Losing the best decade of your life for compound growth. Real estate, you have land, but we have a depreciating asset. This is not a great real estate thing. I'll give you 3 out of 10. This is not a good position to be in. Necessarily. We'll see. Rounded up, Hammer Financial Score, 1 out of 10. Guys, join us in the post show. It's always great. We are one of the largest memberships on the entire platform, and it's because we offer more value than any other membership on the entire platform. Literally a video every single day. That's where we're about to be for your Hammer Elite. It's incredible. It is more content than any other membership offers. So make sure you join that. It really helps support our channel. But if you want to join something that improves your life, Simpler Budget's the one to do. Download that from the App Store now. Check it out. See you in the post show. You continue to say that she said things that she's never said.
Sexual tension isn't even as much there right now.
You guys don't find attraction to each other right now?
I cook dinner every fucking night. I'm a fucking housewife. That
No,
still works.
I do the cleaning. I clean.
Why do either of you want to be there?
I don't have a choice right now. Money's tied together.
Is
We're
that
not
how you
gonna-
really feel?
Did you just hear that?
Right words from out of her mouth.
To watch the financial audit post show, click the join button below.